What's up guys, Truman here, welcome back to another video. So, I've just done a whole lot of audio testing and I realized that the two videos that I recorded this morning cannot be put out under any conditions because the audio is so bad that it would actually grate my ears to listen to. What's up? So, day 2. I would love to say something uneventful because usually day 2s are uneventful, but actually today wasn't. I had a few realizations and a few topics that I actually wanted to talk about, and one of those being that I'm actually going to try out NoFap hardcore mode or hard mode or whatever people call it. I just realized you call it hard mode? Seriously? I'm never going to edit this out. Who the hell called it hard mode? Do you not understand what that means? Forget about that. Anyway, so I'll be doing NoFap hardcore mode. And basically what it entails is you don't look at any sort of pornographic images. Like, you continue doing NoFap as long as you don't look at pornographic images. Now, I won't be going that far to where the point where if I look at an image, I will just relapse or whatever. But I'm going to basically try and train myself to be like, okay, don't look at the sites because that's my biggest weakness. My biggest weakness is that even if I was on day 70, day 80, day 90, I would still actually look at the actual images. I get really teased into looking at them because I thought, yeah, I don't mind, I haven't done it in a while, I'm pretty pro. And then I collapse at day 85 and I wonder why. So I'm going to be trying it for 72 hours. That basically means that I will not be looking at any sort of pornographic images, deliberately, like consciously avoiding it, as well as avoiding all sorts of other magazines that you see in the stores, like the porn magazines that you have on the shelves and stuff like that. And basically the whole idea of hard mode is to rewire your brain in another way, because men in these days are being ultra triggered, literally ultra triggered, in terms of those neural circuits are being triggered again and again and again by seeing sexually illicit images of women again and again and again. Now, because of this, it becomes really hard for a man to really orient himself, because all the time you're alternating between sex, whatever you're doing, and then sex, and then whatever you're doing. So changing that and actually stopping that input actually has a big benefit. But the issue is, there's a reason why they call it hardcore mode, unfortunately. It is that for most people who actually start hardcore mode, it's next to impossible to actually do. Simply because if you haven't actually done NoFap before, you most likely are making all the mistakes that new people that start it actually do. That is, looking at not clearing your internet history, not getting rid of your porn collection, not clearing your internet history. That's a big one. You know, and it's like, and so we keep getting back into the cycle where it's like, you know what, the challenge is not to do that, not to jack off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look at it because I'm on day 20 and I feel really good and I just want that little hit. And that's the hit. That little hit, that little image. I just want a bit of leg. I just want to see it. I just want to see it. And that in itself is its own problem, because what happens is that you basically condition your mind to look at women as objects. You look at women as objects, as sexual objects, should I say. And it's very hard to really, especially if you've been single for a long period of time and you've not been doing NoFap for a while, to not see women as objects, because we live in a world whereby a man can go quite literally the whole of his life, like never even getting pussy, and then literally getting the whole time like he sees it is ever on the internet. A man who has never seen, apart from, you know, weird family encounters or whatever, you know, something like that, and apart from on the internet. So this is why that circuit needs to be disconnected. So I will be doing hardcore mode for 3 days. And today's the end of my first day, and guess what? I nearly failed the moment I came home. Literally. I mean, it's easy if you're out and about and doing work and stuff like that, because I don't surf porn on my phone. But the moment I got home, it was like I just unconsciously navigated to 4chan. Like, I just unconsciously navigated to it, and I literally just like, hey, hold on, you know. Like I said, I actually made this video in the morning where I was going to announce this, but the audio quality is terrible, so hopefully this one will be actually better. And so I'll be attempting that, and which I nearly failed and I had to really rail myself into. And I'll be seeing how I go for the next few days. Now, I'm actually only planning on doing it for 72 hours because I've never tried this before. But the thing is that because I have actually done this multiple times in terms of this whole journey, I'm actually confident that I'll be able to at least pull it off for a few days. Now, I'm in the process of cleaning out all my internet history from the last few weeks of just, yeah. So I will be, it's going to be a lot easier for me to actually get back and, you know, basically live life without heresy and trying to do the natural NoFap challenge without worrying about whether or not when you type in a really innocent website into your thing, your internet browser like Firefox will just handily say, oh, I know, I'm gonna help him out. So you show him a comprehensive list of all your favorite videos with all your favorites marked out, and it's like, hey, here you go, you wanted Wikipedia, right? Well, you got something completely different. Like, yeah, clean your internet history, that's the first rule of it. Anyway, so that's what my challenge. In terms of how I actually feel today, it's been really interesting. I have felt I need to make a longer video on this because I need to make videos a bit more concise, but I felt like I felt the feeling come back, because when you're not doing NoFap, at least in my experience anyway, and at least from the experiences of the people that I've talked to, you feel numb. Like, you don't feel anything. Like, I don't feel the energy. I just feel blunt, really. Like, I don't feel as if, you know, like, you know, it's like when I see women or whatever, there's no exchange there. It's just you're an object. But then when I'm on NoFap, it's like I start to feel. It's not like I'm a complete blank, but you know what I mean. You become a lot more sensitive. Whereas if you're not on NoFap, you're a lot more dull, and it feels like I've been really just dulled by it, and how I can't actually, you know, and how it's really hard to actually. I've made videos about this in the past. Like, human interaction is more than physical. You know, when it's everything. You see them, you smell them, you taste them, you everything, and you feel the energy. I find you feel the energy, and I can't think of another word. So if there's people out there that think I'm being woo-woo spiritual, you can feel it. And when I'm not on NoFap, like, I'm just like, I am sitting here, and you're an object. I'm slightly horny. Okay. Like, it's like, I feel like a robot. It's like, whereas when I'm actually on NoFap, even today, it hasn't actually been that significant, because when I was on like around about 2 weeks into it, this became a constant thing whereby it's like you could feel the women around you. Like, I'm just gonna say it, like, I can just feel. I'm gonna stop because that sounds pretty weird. Day 7 of NoFap. I can feel everyone around me. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, it's like I just became a lot more sensitive, and I'm just noticing how after actually doing it properly, it wasn't actually as profound as when I was doing it for more than 2 weeks. But there are a few instances whereby it's like I could feel the energy between us, and it's like I can actually feel it. Whereas when I'm actually on NoFap, it's like, yeah, you're there, I'm here, let's do it. Like, nah. Anyway, so I'm going to end this video here because I was actually going to launch into another topic whereby I talked about how it's not just about women, but I actually think I'm going to stop this recording and actually make a video specifically about that because interest and time and all this other stuff. So I will see you in the next video. Freeman out. Peace.